so worried. I had no idea where you were, if you were safe.
And I am sorry. I've been on the run, hiding in one corner of Florem or the next.
Since the day the darkness took the crystals?
Darkness? You speak of what happened a few weeks ago? No, I've been a fugitive for longer. Years now.
What? But I don't... Whatever for?
Florem maintains a show of stability and peace, but it's been home to harsh persecution. Crystallists are rounded up. Any who struggle are killed. I nearly joined them more than once.
Persecution? At whose hands?
Any under the banner of the Bloody Rose. The fields have run red since the day they appeared.
The Bloodrose Legion.
I thought to smuggle the faithful to safety, but I am one woman alone.
I too nearly died by the hands of the Duchy in Kaldisla.
I feared as much. I know not the cause of the violent hate they bear us, but it exists. But come, seeing you again like this is a happy occasion. We've both survived. In truth, I had begun to doubt such a reunion would ever come to pass.
Have you had some cause to lose hope?
The Vestal of Fire is dead. I heard it from a member of the Bloodrose Legion.
Are you certain? Oh, this is terrible!
No! Then that means you two are the only ones still able to awaken the crystals!
Awaken? What does she mean? And what is she?
Don't eye me like I'm some kind of monster! I'm a Crystal Fairy!
Olivia, we Vestals are the only ones able to dispel the evil shadow spreading over the land. And to do that, to fill the great chasm, all 4 crystals must be awakened.
I see. In my seclusion, I had no idea. You fought so hard, Agnès. How my little crybaby friend has grown. I've cried enough as well. The task ahead was insurmountable alone, but together, we can do this. I cannot hope to lead anyone by continuing to flee. Those believers who remain need comfort, hope, and the world needs our aid. I'm coming with you, Agnès.
Olivia, thank you. I'll be tenfold braver with you at my side.
Then let us begin at the Temple of...
Your little game of hide-and-seek is at its end.
Who?
That little girl took the festival crown. Why is she here?
Could it be... we were followed?
The witch, Victoria. I remember now. She sits upon the Council of 6, leaders of the Eternian forces.
What?
You Vestals have run quite out of hand at late. I shall see your running ends here.
Look out! Agnès!
No! Olivia! It was me! That was meant for me!
It was meant for the both of you. How irritating.
Olivia! Please, no! Olivia!
Let this be a nightmare.
Be careful. The witch is a greater foe than we can hope to defeat.
Oh, bother.
Another?
You're late, Victor. I started without you.
So you have. Our purpose was to be the capture of the Vestals. But I fear you've overdone it. Not that it especially matters.
You know how I detest holding back. Temperance is so dull. They're like little dolls. One good twist and off pops their head.
You are ever demanding of your toys, Victoria.
They'd been apart half a lifetime. And just finally, have you no humanity?
Victor, were we to bring back the Vestals, plural?
No, Victoria. We were charged with securing only one.
Then I think I'll go ahead and kill the Wind Vestal. Yes, that sounds rather lovely. Were these my father's orders? It's the Grand Marshal's girl. I was too distracted by the Vestals to notice. Has my father truly performed such brutality all this time? Quiet your wailing. He was calm enough when he cast you off.
Indeed, I see no issue with terminating her here.
Good luck! I grow bored, Victor.
Then, shall we conclude?
Erase all but the water Vestal. The rest...
Victoria? Victoria! Of course it would have to be now. I fear we must adjourn. My apologies.
Did we win? No. They let us go?
Olivia! Please, hold on! You can't! Why did you? We'd only just met again!
You are always quick to tears. I need to keep close watch. I'm sorry. As you say, we just... after so long... Please, I leave my duties to you. Awaken the water crystal.
I can't! I need you, Olivia! I can't do this alone! I can't do this.
You can. You will. I know. You can. Only you. Only.
Olivia! Open your eyes! Please! Open your eyes! You're the only one! My only friend! Don't leave me! Please! Don't leave!
Why did this have to happen? It's not right!
It's too cruel. It feels like my heart's been torn up into ribbons. It's too sad. But where do we go from here? You're the only Vestal left, Agnès. Can you do it? I'm so sorry to ask this of you now, but there's no other way. So I'm asking you, awaken the 4 crystals before the world is swallowed completely. It's what Olivia wanted. She said you could do it. Only you. So please, save this world, Agnès.
Olivia lies dead because of me. The same as the acolytes of the Temple of Wind, the night the darkness struck. Why do they all hurry to leave me so? Why is it always me left behind? They're all leaving. Everyone I ever knew. Vanishing forever. Why am I even...
Agnès, I don't know the words to comfort you. But I want to say this at least. You have us. Always.
I will do it. There's no one else left.
Wait! Something isn't right.
The air is charged. It's totally different from before.
Look, there, in the crystal! Rusalka! That's Rusalka, Purveyor of Doom!
It's the same as the last time.
We can't awaken the crystal until we're rid of the beast, Agnès!
Then I have no choice. I must do this!
Execute my aid! You end here!
Don't fall for me now.
Good luck! we're ready to begin the rite. All set, Agnès? I'll go over the process for the ritual once more, just to be sure. To awaken it, you must set your own life force to resonate with the crystal's natural rhythm. Focus your prayers on the crystal and don't stop, Agnès. If it works as it should, we'll soon see dramatic results. I know I said it before, but be sure you don't stop before it's done. Keep praying until I give the signal to stop, no matter what. The flow of the crystal's energy could reverse and explode out of control. Is all of that clear, Agnès?
I understand. You needn't repeat yourself.
Agnès!
If it does go berserk, do we get a second chance at the ritual?
No second chances, which is why it's so important you all stay out. All right, Agnès, let's begin.
Right.
Not yet! Just a little longer! More! Keep going! Still not enough! You can do this! Stop! That's it! Yes! It's done! The water crystal is awakened! You did amazing, Agnès!
Agnès! Are you alright? She's completely exhausted.
I'm fine. No cause for worry. That makes 2 crystals.
We're halfway there.
Agnès, you need to rest. You've been pushing yourself this whole time.
I told you. I'm fine. Please, spare me your concern. I have to do this. I have to do it alone.
Lady Matriarch, the sea! Its waters are clearing!
Oh, it's the guidance of the Vestal. Praise be to her. Oh, Lady Vestal, the oceans herald your return to us. I take it for a sign the water crystal, too, is returned to its pure state. What joy! And the Vestal of water, is she not with you as well?
Olivia Oblige, Vestal of Water, has given her life in the service of the crystals.
No, but that can't. I had thought certainly the clearing waters were her doing. Lost to us, gone from this world. What is Florem to do now? It is by your efforts Florem is spared from the Bloodrose Legion's venom. I give you the thanks of all Florem's people in the Vestal of Water's stead. The nation will not return to its chaste and proper ways overnight, I'm certain. But once a new Vestal is chosen, the people's hearts will unite behind her. Might I ask where your travels take you next, Lady Vestal?
I was told the Vestal of Fire is deceased. I must hurry to the Fire Crystal's side.
I see. Then beyond the sea, to Eisenberg and the Temple of Fire. If you follow the waters west of here, ever west, you will find it. First, cross the Miasma Woods, then to the shore of the inner sea. I shall make a mark of it upon your map. The seas are only newly tamed, and the journey is long. I pray you will be safe.
Splendid!
Shall I cast off then?
Please.
Dark mood for a nice day's sailing.
Agnès, forgive me.
For what?
What happened to Olivia? I am partly to blame.
You may have fought for the duchy, but you've nothing to do with the one who killed Olivia.
But I do. That monster, the one they call the witch, Victoria, I knew of her.
Just who are you, Adia? Before, when that man attacked, Alternus, you knew him. Better than a simple soldier of the Sky Knights ought.
I hadn't intended to hide who I am, but I should have told you sooner. My father is Grand Marshal of the Eternian Forces, leader of the Council of Six.
What?
If the Council is in charge, and he leads the Council, your father's the head of the whole duchy!
Then the order to assassinate the Vestal of Water came from your father?
I don't know. I can't blame you if you blame me for it, though.
You don't... You intend to stand there and feign heartache and innocence both? Perhaps it was you who communicated Olivia's hiding place to the duchy!
That's not... I wouldn't!
Perhaps you were a spy this whole time, deceiving us even now!
Anya, stop! We fought this far together. That means something. Don't doubt it.
Excuse me. I need rest. I ask that you leave me alone a while.
We're crossing into open water.